Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for episode 2 of season 3, the final season of Dark. The last episode introduced us to this new world, this new Martha and her timeline, this world without a Jonas, and it's wild, man. I love the aesthetic. I love the idea that it's visually identical, except that everything is literally mirrored. It is a mirror universe of the one that we've been following up until this point, except there are these huge and minor differences throughout that are just really fun to kind of pick up on. And it's just a lot. I mean, the show just continues to just kind of stack and stack and stack. And I'm having so much fun, man. You know, every time I'm like, how is it gonna escalate this? We're already at like 11. And here we are at like 15. So let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a Meryl's channel, gets you access as well. It is a watch along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes so we're reacting the entire episode. Right now, there is a poll running for people of all tiers to select our next show once we conclude Dark. We also have a monthly movie reaction poll each month. But we got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while, so sure, go way to support the channel. But another way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way with helping us on the channel. So with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 2, The Survivors. More like Yon ass, am I right? The fuck? Ooh, let's go.
Tyrion.
Yeah, look at it. I mean, it's the same collar. I don't know if it was the same dress. This is so insane, man.
Dass ihr nicht sterbt in meiner Welt und ich nicht sterbe in eurer. Dass Ulrich, dass Papa, dass sie alle zurückkommen. Dass das alles endlich ein Ende hat.
I just want to see how they pull it off. I wouldn't be half surprised if the show ends and they just nuke reality. Like, they just undo existence. I mean, that's what Adam's talking about, right? So, I don't know a way out of this right now, man. That's like the only end game I can think of that makes sense. Because my hopes for what this other world was going to bring have already been dashed. But there could be some missing pieces that we don't know yet, which I'm sure will be the case. You know, this opening, season 3's opening, is probably one of the more visually unnerving ones. We're in our world because the date was the correct direction. It's one thing I didn't notice until I was editing last time. Yeah, the room's the right direction too. She's just staying here, probably waiting for Hannah to come home, or anyone to come home. Oh no, shit, duh, she went through the cave. I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Zu Hause. Nachrichten nach dem Piep. Bitte melden Sie sich umgehend zurück. Wieder.
Wait, what?
Wenigstens habt ihr euch. Steht einander bei.
Yeah, about that.
Wenigstens haben wir uns. Gefickt hat er sie. Während mein Sohn verschwunden ist, hat er Claudia Tiedemann gevögelt. Wie du dafür verschwendest, deine Geliebte zu finden. Dann wäre Mats jetzt vielleicht wieder da.
Damn.
Keine Ahnung, wovon du redest.
God. So Michael went missing for a period. Oh, hello.
Juni unsere Welt für den Nanobruchteil einer Sekunde
Wow, really?
gelaufen sein, was eine Erklärung für die globalen Springfluten, Wetterphänomene und Störungen in den
Holy shit.
darum das massenhafte Abstürzen von Flugzeugen erklären würde, sowie die gleichzeitige Unterbrechung der Stromversorgung der Kernkraftwerke weltweit. Derweil ist eine Stabilisierung der Lage nicht...
You're kidding, man. So it affected things well outside of Winden. Is that Charlotte? Oh.
Wie geht es dir?
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize her with her hair down like that.
Du gehst schon wieder.
She's got a lot of shit to do. It's wild that Regina's here. Dude, it's crazy that Peter's even here after the events too. But what happens to him? Because we don't see him around when she's running her little Mad Max gang. Too many people in the same hoods. Who are you? Which one are you?
Warum tun Sie ihr das an?
Preparing her. Looks like Jonas.
Das ist doch Bullshit. Ich bin nicht tot. Ich bin hier.
Well, duh. That's exactly what she's saying. He's never been the brightest.
Wie hast du uns gefunden? Woher wusstest du, wo wir sind?
Jonas hat es mir gesagt. Ich dachte, es gibt keinen Jonas in deiner Welt.
Wait, he should know that then.
Ich war nie in deiner Welt. Hast du den Brief geschrieben? Was willst du wirklich?
Did they do it? Did they break it?
Die Maschinen laufen noch nicht.
Who the fuck are you?
Sie sind also der Grund, warum sein Gemüt heute noch schlechter ist.
Oh.
Sie erzählen zwar, ich sei nicht ganz klar im Kopf, aber ich versichere Ihnen, dass ich mehr sehe als die Sehenden unter uns.
Interesting.
Kennst du diesen Jungen? Nee. Kennst du diesen Jungen?
Nein, Entschuldigung.
Kennst du diesen
Oh, did she make the flyers? That makes more sense.
Ulrich?
Dude, that's gotta be so wild.
Vielleicht hat Urin jetzt doch geholt.
Was für ein Irrer.
Oh, no!
Es ist diesen Sommer einer ausgebrochen. Hat versucht, Michael mit in die Höhle zu schleppen.
Du lässt deine Finger von Mikkel. Und von Ulrich.
In der Woche vor Claudias Verschwinden ist dir irgendwas aufgefallen.
Ich glaube, es hatte alles was mit der alten Frau zu tun und dem Hund.
She's building her wall. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Charlotte's not gonna be there though. But where, that means just big old where did she go? Dude, it is wild to me seeing like how people have like evolved from where we were introduced to them in the beginning, you know?
Sie sind nirgendwo gemeldet. Sie können keine Geburtsurkunde vorlegen. Und Ihren Namen wollen Sie uns erstaunlicherweise auch nicht.
Hat ihn niemand gesehen.
Okay, so he is
In
missing.
die Schule.
They stopped Ulrich from making off with him. Am I not remembering what happened to Mikkel after that?
Jetzt hören Sie mir mal genau zu. Der Junge ist nicht verschwunden. Das Jugendamt kennt den Aufenthaltsort von Ines und Michael Kahnwald.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's gonna recognize the dog, right?
Dass das Verschwinden von Mats und meiner Mutter, dass das was miteinander zu tun hat?
Ich weiß es nicht.
Yes. Oh, are they gonna find Martha's body? Because I doubt anybody just came and cleaned. Well, I guess maybe if they swept the town, they probably have already collected it.
Sigmundus Creatus est.
Interesting. Oh, and that same pendant.
Eine von den Frauen, die sich einen Irren oder Inhaftierten suchen, weil sie draußen keinen besseren abbekommen. Ich habe Schichtende, kommen Sie morgen wieder. Das ist der heilige Christophorus.
I mean, Hannah came in here thinking, but she walked away thinking it wasn't.
Katharina.
Ich hole dich raus. Versprochen.
Oh, goddamn, man. I can't imagine how that would feel for, especially Ulrich, but for either of them.
Was wollen Sie? Ich rufe den Wachdienst.
Nein, das tust du nicht.
Why are we gonna, why are we, why? What's she done? Why? You know, I've never really put this together until now, or even entertained it. But we don't know Regina's father, right? Is it Trant?
Hab mich all die Jahre gefragt, ob sie... Claudia hat nie gesagt, wer der Vater ist.
Holy shit. I swear to God, I didn't think we were going to dive into that right now. What timing. What the fuck? Why? Wow. I mean, why even save her? I mean, I guess Claudia at the point in which she saved her wouldn't have known, and the Claudia later would have been the one that he met. I don't know. God damn it, man. That's fucked up. He doesn't ever properly tell her, does he? Which is why she gets all religiously fearful of that place, I imagine. On top of whatever upbringing happens in the interim with her and Noah, for him to just dump her right back there. Or he spends all this time in the future, lives that out with her. Somebody steals Charlotte, probably Claudia, and she's left here and he goes back to Adam. I don't know. I'm sure we'll see all of that, but that's just me. And there she is. She's in the hellscape. And she is. So they didn't do the help thing. She legit just pulled her through. Are you sure about that? For both of them to have like maternal instincts against one another is so interesting, but so odd. They literally, for her to become the Claudio, they know they have to remove everything. The Claudio, they know they have to remove everything. It seems. I'm going to say until we find out who the fuck are you and who kills Peter. Is this what gets him put on cave duty?
Ist dieser Adam.
Hat es euch nicht gesagt. Ist Adam.
Oh, fuck that.
Die Dinge passieren. Vielleicht nicht auf die gleiche Weise oder zur gleichen Zeit. Aber sie passieren. In meiner Welt genauso wie in deiner. Na, allerdings bereits in 3 Tagen.
Oh, wow. Dude, this show, my God. Dude, the Ulrich and Katarina scene, oh my Lord, that got me good. Where is Hannah? Where is the Hannah we've been following? Where did that bitch disappear to? Man, so Michael and Ines were in witness protection for a hot minute after Ulrich's attempted kidnapping. We finally saw Katarina's mother and got a little bit of glimpse of her home life and stuff. We've had it alluded to and mentioned in passing, but we actually saw it. It came up. She worked at that place. She's got the very same pendant. I don't know if it's the same or a different one of the same type, but that same pendant ends up at that beach that Jonas digs up and gives to Marta. That's so wild, man. These little details. Regina, and I feel like that probably should have clicked a long time ago, but I don't know. It just never did. Conveniently enough, in this episode of all things, when we focused in on it, it made me think about it, and then we got the reveal. The show has a interesting habit of doing stuff like that. It alludes to a lot, but it doesn't really lead you to it until it's ready for it, until it needs to come up. You know, like when I figured out the Michael Mickle thing early. Woohoo. It's all there. The clues are all there, but it doesn't matter until it matters. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be, on top of the fact that that revelation came in this episode, and then we also get to see older him kill her because they need Claudia to become what Claudia needs to become so that this all happens the way it goes. But unlike our world that has already experienced the apocalypse, it hasn't happened yet on the other one, apparently. They got a 3-day buffer compared to the other one, which is interesting. Because like this Marta said, it happens. The same events might not happen at the same time or to the same people, but they will happen. There are locked in events like that. You know, a world with Jonas and a world without all ends the same. So Jonas's initial plan is moot. The most interesting takeaway, and it could be he's lying, it could be as simple as that, but there was a legit concern in his eye when he was like, how did you know how to find me? Who told you that? He would have known that. He would have known if he had met her before. That would be in his memories if he was restored back on his path to become this Adam. That means the Jonas that is with Marta doesn't share the same history as Adam. Why? Why is that? What allowed that to happen? Was it Marta's intervention? I'm so curious about that, and I hope they expand upon that. And again, he could very well have been lying because all of his little pawns were behind him, and he's been lying to them. May have been a little show because he was very angry. So I don't know. We'll see. Is the old man someone we've seen before? I know they said he was like old man Tannhaus, and then his son carried on the work. And if you follow the timeline, you know, that could have been H.G. Tannhaus. Later would be the son that they talked about. And this is where that obsession with time started. But what started that obsession with time? What connections does this old man have to everything else? Obviously, he's the founder of the whole Sigmundus Creatus Est thing, and the whole paradise, perfect world idea of it all that Jonas hijacks, continues that, but with his own goal in mind. It's just really interesting. Bartos has decided to show Marta in a moment of like, kind of like repentance for the fuck ups that he's had. If this still stays on course, that's probably what gets him chipping away at the new cave later, rather than being part of the inner circle like Franziska and Magnus. So that's kind of interesting. And then later to be pickaxed by Noah. I'm still convinced, even though they haven't outright said that at this point, they got the same fucking forehead and the same eyes. So I'm going with it. Peter apparently is going to die soon. Somebody's going to kill him. He didn't say he dies, whatever. He says he gets killed. Who kills Peter? Noah knows, and he's just watching and waiting for that to happen. He's not intervening any more than he needs to at the moment. Maybe, again, like I brought this up in the episode, does he like... I was under the assumption that he would take her back with him to the other side. Maybe he did, because that photo, they had a pretty happy looking photo, and I don't know that they would have been able to take something like that here in 2053. So I have to imagine that, you know, he's got this relationship. He saves her after Peter dies, takes her back with him through the cave, probably to hang out in the early 1900s or whatever, whenever they are. And they have that life. They have Charlotte, and then something happens. Someone kidnaps Charlotte, takes Charlotte from him, whether it's Jonas, whether it's Claudia, whether it's whoever. Somebody takes Charlotte and puts her back in her place in the future to live out the life, to give birth to Elizabeth so that she can give birth to her own mother so that the sequence can continue. What happens after that? Does he or does Adam, as punishment or something, just dump Elizabeth back in the fucking future apocalyptic hellscape? Which is, that in and of itself is so shitty. I don't know. It's just, everything about this is so fucked up, man, in a lot of ways, but it's so much fun to watch everything unfold. We're starting to see all the structuring kind of come together from some of these bits we've kind of left in the background unfinished for a little while, but there's still so much left. Alexander, yet again, we still haven't got a full-on lead for him. Boris Neilwald, that's got to mean something, and I'm still hanging on to that. Again, he seems to be more of a pawn than anything else, than an active player, so we'll see how that unfolds. Is there anything else that I'm missing that I want to talk about at the moment? I love how this all boils down to Jonas and Marta. And I'm very curious, because they showed that little map, and I did get a moment or a message from the person who's been like vetting the spoilers and stuff, and they had made the face charts and stuff for me to help out with the first season. There's going to be a moment like in the early episodes with the maps that will lead to a spoiler, but he's like, it's much more fun to just let that play out. So I'm just going to do that. Because I thought about that. I saw that thing. I was like, maybe I should go back and take a look at that. But I'm going to let it play out. But guys, I hope you enjoy the episode. I hope you enjoy the reaction. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sharrett, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, York, Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, and Eric Official. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.